सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Haribol, everybody. Happy Monday, my friends. How are you? How is your Krishna consciousness? Where's your head? Where are you right now? I'm going to allow you a couple of seconds to think about that. Okay. Now that you've asked yourself that question, let's get situated and dig in. So today, I was thinking about, quite often, just because of the nature of my service, a lot of people will come up to me in a situation, maybe like right after Gaur Arati or temple, or just in passing, conveniently run into me, and they'll ask me a question, and the question for me is so loaded because I often get this really clear feeling that person is waiting for the one answer that's going to make them see something that they've never seen before and have things automatically change. And questions, let me give you a great example. Well, how do I surrender? I mean, how do I surrender? That's a question. It's like, well, how much time do you have? And let me hear your life story. And let me see what we have to work with. Or how do I not become codependent? Like, I've got 5 minutes, go. I'm just kind of like, okay. Now, I can tell you what codependency is. I can tell you what it looks like. I can tell you what it feels like. I can tell you how it shows up in life, in my life, and in others. But once you've asked that question, that's not even, it's like I get the feeling that person expects the answer to be that is that's going to solve their problem. And I explained to somebody the other day that when I answer that question for you, it's like for me saying, it's like you're asking me, how do I build a house? And just because now that you know how to build a house, here's a hammer, here's a screwdriver, here are all the things you do, now do it. So the question is loaded. And the reason why it's loaded is because I can definitely give you an educated answer, an experiential answer, a bona fide answer. Especially when it comes to 12-step programs and how to see that through a bhakti lens. But I can't do the work for you. And what comes after that answer is completely dependent upon what you do next. And so sometimes I get, and I shouldn't get like that, but sometimes when I hear a question like that, every fiber of my being is like, do you really want the answer to that question, or do you want to keep running in circles, repeating the same mistakes, asking the questions to 1,000 people until somebody might have the answer that will change your life without doing work, without showing up, without participation? The participation is up to you. The change is up to you. I can give you a roadmap. And that roadmap was bushwhacked by me. I already traveled that road. And tell you the truth, I'm in the middle of the jungle. I gotta still travel. I can tell you how I made it this far and what worked for me. So I don't want to criticize anyone. Please don't misunderstand me. There's no criticism from my part. Not one bit of criticism. It's just being in this service that I am, doing this service that I do. I meet a lot of people. I hear a lot of questions. I have a lot of discussions and a lot of conversations. People come and people go. People show up with the right questions, and when they get the right answers, they disappear. Because usually those answers are, here's what codependency looks like. Here's what you can do to slowly change your life when it's about codependency. And that requires some serious participation on your part. What do they say in the AA Big Book? And I'm going to say this, and I know this is so politically incorrect. The sixth step where separates the men from the boys, guys and gals. It separates the boys and the men and the boys. So and what that generally means, and I'm going to put that in a softer view for the people who might take offense. No offense, please, no offense intended. It's just for the people who are willing to dig in and the people who aren't. And I see a lot of, I see so much potential. I see so much potential in so many people, in myself, in others, unlived, untapped into potential, because we are wrapped and entangled in comfort zones, material nature, and karma. It's really quite disturbing. And when it really boils down to it, I can't help anyone who doesn't want to do the work to help themselves. And to tell you the truth, not only that I can't, I won't anymore. Most people who know me and who know me well will tell you, I will give you everything, and I will walk with you 1,000 miles, but I will not carry you one step, and I will not chase after you for you to do your work. That's where we have to get mature. Yes, when we approach somebody who we counsel people, we help people, we support people, we sponsor, we mentor. And in a way, yes, we're raising them to a certain degree. However, these are grown-ass people, and we have to make our own decisions. And yes, we encourage. And I'm not saying that I'm not encouraging people, but I'm not running after somebody over and over again who isn't willing to really do the work. I just can't do that. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the willingness. And moreover, I don't have any good experiences with it at all. It's like cleaning my son's room over and over and over again until he's a 20-year-old man, and now he doesn't even know how to clean his room. I haven't done him any justice. I haven't taught him how to do it for himself. And that's something that's something. And I'm not saying this also from a point of view of pointing. I was also not willing. When I first came around the program, I wasn't willing. I also had people chasing after me. Come on, go to a meeting. Come on, do this. Come on, do that. And until the moment that I understood my true position as somebody who would like to surrender to the disease of materialism, to the disease of addictions, to the disease of Maya, until I could understand my position there was nothing you could do or anyone else can do to get me to make those right decisions. It's like I can't make a decision if I don't have the education or if I don't have the experience. So in actuality, when someone comes to me and wants me to sponsor them or wants me to help them out in some certain way, and I'm doing my job, but they're not doing their part in that situation, and in that friendship, relationship, situation, whatever you want to call it, mentorship, then I would rather take my energy and give it to somebody who's going to do something with it. I really hope this doesn't sound cold, but it's something that is so important for everyone's growth. Our children, if we don't teach them to be emotionally capable of handling situations in a proper way, and I'm not saying I did that perfectly, because I'm just a human who's also overwhelmed, but I did teach both of my children how to express what they're feeling and not punish them for it. How to express what's going on with them and how I can make their situation just a little better by supporting them in any way that I can. You know, the program, and working a Bhakti Recovery Group program, a BRG program, really consists of about 4 things. 1 is coming to meetings. 2 is getting a sponsor, to someone to help you work through those steps. And believe me, I hear a lot, oh, there's not enough sponsors in the BRG. Well, there are sponsors everywhere in every 12-step program. There's actually no excuse not to get a sponsor. I mean, mostly I just hear because it's just too difficult to find a sponsor. So, okay. So, get a sponsor, come to meetings, read our literature, have association, and do service. That's it. The rest will unfold. We practice a 12-step program through a Krishna conscious lens. And anyone who knows what a 12-step program is knows for sure, and you cannot deny it, whether even if you're an atheist or an agnostic. First of all, only the first step in every 12-step program is the ism that we're working with. Only one step in narcotics mentions drugs or addiction. Only one step in Alcoholics Anonymous is Anonymous mentions alcohol, codependency, adult child. That's the first step. All the other steps are a spiritual step centered on a higher power. So anyone in a 12-step program will know that without a higher power, the program just will not work the same. In my opinion, won't work at all. But I've seen people who are atheists who stick around a 12-step program and have been clean for years and years. Go figure. So with any 12-step program, you can put it in any religion, tradition, and it will work. And anyone in Bhakti will know that there are certain things that we do in order to improve our conscious contact with Krishna, surrendering to Krishna. We have our kirtans, we have our prayers, we have chanting, we have deity worship, we have going to temple, we have so many things. We have gurus, we have mentors, we have shiksha, we have diksha. It's ridiculous. And through a modern lens, I wouldn't touch any of the traditions or change it in any way whatsoever. I would just add to it for the people who are learning disabled like myself. I don't know, guys. I needed to let that loose because it's been happening a lot lately. And I'm not accusing those people, any of those people who have asked me to answer questions for them. But generally, when people ask me questions like that and I send them all the information, I send them literature, I send them books, I send them the most important thing is the link to our meetings, and they don't show up. So maybe it just doesn't, maybe it just, you don't relate to it, and that's fine. I get it. Anyway, I don't know, I feel a little bit like I'm being a little harsh right now. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop this shorty, and I'm going to stop being so harsh. and letting everybody experience everything the way they need to, because you know what, guys? I'm not freaking Krishna. I'm not their higher power. I don't know. Maybe I can just show up and give them these things and, often, I have to say often, I do it and I just let it go. I am not really concerned if they take it or not, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I get concerned. Sometimes it is my concern where I'm like, why am I spending my time with you if you're not going to do anything with it? Hi. All right, my goody friendies. I'm going to leave you with that because I don't really have anything to add except for I'm a work in progress. We're all a work in progress. And I love you all. And have a great week. Look out for interviews. There's a couple of interviews coming up your way on Thursdays. And also retreats. I'm all over the place all over the globe this year. I'll be in the UK in April, middle of April. Go to our website, check it out. I'll be in Bath, Western Supermare, and Birmingham. I can't say Birmingham. I have to say Birmingham. So I'll be there. End of July through the first few weeks of August. I'll be in Los Angeles greater area. More dates to come. Just keep at our website. Look at the events. And then late August, I'll be on the East Coast. Doing a Super Soul Farm retreat at Ragu's place. I've asked Kastuba to come and help. And he is so super busy. I really don't want to bother him. But you know what would be really funny? If we all just if all of us started writing him, come on, Kastuba, are you going to be at Jiva's retreat? Oh no, I'm only kidding. Let's leave him alone. He's a busy man. But I think Ragu's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Dominica's going to be there teaching yoga. We're going to have deep dives and learning what we do, what it is, what is the Bhakti Recovery Group. And it's going to be a huge reunion because so many people who've known each other for years and years and years online, we get to see each other in person. That is going to be the treat of treats. The retreat, we're keeping the cost as low as possible so that everyone can possibly come. We're also, if anyone's interested, I'm just putting this out there now. If anyone's interested in donating some money for the people who can't afford to come, please do so. You can contact us at bhaktirecoverygroup@gmail.com and say that you're willing to do that if you can't come to the retreat. It would be so much appreciated. And really looking forward to all of this. Looking forward to serve, looking forward to associate. And we'll talk soon, my friends. Hare Krishna. Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.